Welcome to the Elvis Gospel Fan Club, dedicated to the most beautiful music of humanity, the gospel songs of Elvis. I'm Fred Omvlee, president of the Elvis Gospel Fan Club. It is Pentecost, so I want to tell you about Elvis's Pentecost song par excellence, Sweet, Sweet Spirit. Pentecost is the celebration of the Holy Spirit. It is a little harder to explain than Christmas, the birth of Jesus Christ, or Easter, the death and resurrection of Christ. First of all, the word itself. In Dutch, it is Pinksteren. It's the adaptation of the word Pentecost. In Greek, Pentekoste, it means 50th, referring to the 50th day. It is the 50th day after Easter, the day on which Jesus rose from the dead. It is also 10 days after Jesus' ascension into heaven. On that 50th day, Jesus' disciples received the Holy Spirit. In that sense, it is the birthday of the church. The disciples were discouraged and full of despair, but suddenly they were able to speak all languages and tell others about Jesus. It showed that the church could continue to live on even without the physical presence of Jesus, because we have His Spirit. Elvis came from a Pentecostal church where the Holy Spirit held special importance, the first assembly of God. God's Spirit could be invoked through prayer and singing, and that is exactly what happens in Sweet, Sweet Spirit. Sweet, Sweet Spirit is a song in which Elvis himself does not sing, but instead allows himself to be filled by the Spirit-filled singing of J.D. Sumner and the Stamps. In the recording from Elvis on tour in 1972, you should pay close attention to Elvis's face. He turns inward as he listens. He enjoys it intensely, silently moves his lips along with the words, almost falls into a trance, and seems to absorb this singing into himself. This is Pentecost. Elvis takes a break during his concert, lets this spiritual be sung, and then finds renewed strength to continue. The song was written by the African-American gospel singer Doris Mae Akers after a prayer meeting that deeply moved her, about which she said, "There's such a sweet, sweet spirit in this place." Do as Elvis did. Be still for a moment and let yourself be inspired by J.D. Sumner and the Stamps. Happy Pentecost!